Why are we so worked up about when I said white people have kids early? I mean, black people have kids early and white people do. You ever seen 16 pregnant? Nigga, I seen my life.
Right.
Nigga, when we talk about relations to the black community, don't we always talk about baby mama, how many kids you got?
Facts.
On the Pop the Balloon show? Have we ever seen a white dating show where they ask a woman how many kids you got?
Very rarely.
Unless they say, were you married? But
right. Well,
because
you married is
they
more of a
see
question.
it like this is how we live our life.
Right.
I give you an example. I made a little bit of money now. So there is a little bouginess to me because, of course, I worked hard for my family name. I want to protect it. Now that I'm at the place where I'm at in life, if my son brings a girl home, what's the first? Okay,
I need to know who their parents are.
What their parents do.
Yeah.
When you're in the hood, you don't even think like that.
Nah, not at all.
You just think like she makes them happy. It's like, no, who's the family?
Right.
What does the father do?
I need to meet
where
him.
they come from.
Exactly.
Because you're not about to have no kids with my fucking kids and bring some bad energy in here. Now
exactly.
Boom. That's how it works. So when people start separating, people get so offended by it. But nigga, no one wants to work that hard to not establish the goal.
Right.
Like you be getting mad because niggas got different goals than you, but then what's your goal?
It's like what Jay-Z said, like Blue is not dating the regular dude. She's gonna date somebody else who's in that class.
Of course.
She's
not gonna date a hood
different.
nigga like
exactly.
her dad. That's my point. We act like it's not okay to grow.
Right.
And we act like it's not okay to grow and then say, hey guys, here's what I learned from growing.
Right.
We the only motherfuckers that hate a nigga that get on and tell us what's right. It's like you fucking, it's like, dog, they hate this. Stop comparing us to people. We're the dog. Let me tell y'all a story. And Obi's in the room, so Obi appreciate this story. This is why I respect African parents. And this is what, remember I was telling you how, so let me tell you why. I'm a hood nigga from Atlanta, Georgia. I want to be in music. I'm a hood nigga. I think it's okay to steal. I think it's okay to lie. I think it's okay to finesse. That's how I was raised. Nigga, if I can get you, I'm getting you, right? I'm from the hood. That's what you're taught. So I meet this guy named Banja. He's an African. And I was 18, I was like 20 trying to be in the music business and I wanted to be in it so bad, he would just tell me what I was doing wrong. Like, Ray, in America, you guys think it's okay to do this, this, and this. I don't care how old that person is. If they're older than you, you respect them. In America, we respect who has it. You see, it's just little shit that I just was like, well, how I grew up is we respect who got the money. Right. He was like, it doesn't matter who has money. Right. It matters who's older, who's lived more, who has more experience. We have to. So it was just like, he would tell me stuff like, he taught me the word diplomacy. He would say, you was raised to say what's on your mind. That's how black people are taught. Tell them they motherfucking business. Tell them how you feel. And you have to learn that just because you feel something doesn't give you a right to say it or doesn't mean it's right or doesn't mean it's right for the people you're saying it to. So you don't always have to say what's on your mind. So this guy literally, I was a hood nigga and I was like, oh, I ain't gonna do that no more. So I started embracing it. Like, I ain't stealing, nigga. That's for the people that they think is this. I'm not fucking, I'm gonna do it the right way. And it changed my life, right? Imagine if I was like, don't compare America to Africa and tell me shit. I wanna hear the difference between, I wanna hear how y'all do it. I want to love my mother better. I want to respect my family better. I want to love my family. I just wasn't taught that, bro. I was taught to get money over everything. So that's when I point shit out. I'm only pointing out what I've seen, but when I'm talking about black people's like, don't give him a mic. He don't know what he's talking about. How the fuck you gonna tell me what I experienced? I swear to God on my father, I could tell you a story. I went to high school with ABC. Aisha, you are. I went to school with them, right? By that time, ABC was over. But they traveled the world. They had a little bit of money, and they was my niggas. We was cool. So then I remember somebody was in class talking one day, and they said to the coach, white guy, like, what do you think America would be like if it was just all black people in here? And I remember I was a young, ignorant nigga. I was like, violent. And then Roro from ABC goes, he probably don't even remember this. He goes, you've been programmed, bro.
Wow.
And I'm like, and by the way, I disagreed with him at the time. But I wasn't wrong what I said. I was just in a different program. And that's what happens to us. We be so busy justifying our environments rather than going to see other environments to figure out what's the difference. So if you from the projects, all you know is project shit. You don't know. So when you see a family living, like I'm a kid from the projects. When you see a family, a broke family, or you see a family that has a father in the house and they live in a house, like, in the Bronx, it was, like even in Garby Road, some people rode the bus, most of us lived in apartments, but one or two lived in a house. Their parents was different than ours. Their parents had different agendas than ours. Our parents was focusing on having fun. My mom just went to fucking bingo every day trying to hit or play the lottery. They family was working jobs, putting money away for college, talking about school. I didn't have that in my house. Now, mind you, I don't blame my mother for that. That was the environment I came from because that's where she came from. But I decided to make a change. And when I made that change, it changed up here first. And then the world around me followed. So now I'm trying to tell other black people, hey, look, certain things. So for example, hey, bro, don't have no kids early. You don't figure it out. Figure out what you want to do first before you make kids. But we be like making kids and just think because niggas is running around here like I'm a king, my nut, I'm a fuck bitch. And I'm like, bro, that's cool, but put a condom on. Or ladies, protect yourself with birth control. But if you ain't figured out life and you struggling to survive, why would you bring another child in this world? Nigga, you want to know what one of the biggest, I'm going to piss people off with this. You want to know what the biggest cycles in our community is? Black girls liking street niggas, having babies from street niggas, and then expecting good niggas to take care of them 10 years later and be good men. And if you're not a good man, you ain't a real man. You should be, if you love her, take care of kids. Why does she bake up? Why? Like, listen, bro, I've given thousands of dollars to single mothers. I hate to see a single mother struggling. But can we stop making them? Right. Oh shit, you just pissed black people off. How dare you? It's like, I'm not trying to piss you off. I'm just saying, I hate to see a black woman struggle. But it's hard to struggle when you got a kid, dog. When you got a kid, dog. When you have a kid, it just changes. So it's like, and I say, how do I sum that up? Listen, ladies, if he's not ready to be a husband, he's not ready to be a father. So listen, fellas, if you're not ready to be a husband, you're not ready to be a father. Just don't make no babies. And by the way, my childhood was fucking lit. I was fun as fuck. I didn't know college wasn't. I didn't fuck it. I was having fun doing wild shit, stealing everything. I was a little criminal. And then I just stopped one day. And I was like, damn, that's not how the world's supposed to be. And my life changed. My family looked at me like, oh, you weird. You ain't doing what we doing. I'm like, nah, I think it's another way that could work. And it works. Yes. So I'm the proof of concept that I'm trying to tell people, but I'm telling you, listen, don't make no babies until you got a career. Don't make no babies until you know what you want to do. And then black people are like, don't tell us white people do it too. Of course white people do it. That's why they have a show called 16 and Pregnant. Because it's rare in their community. Let's put a highlight on this dumb shit. Right. Meanwhile, we be protecting our 16-year-old. She made a mistake, leave her alone. They damn near be shaming them. Like, what are you gonna do now that you have a child and you're 16? Your life is ruined. We be like, oh, that's just baby mama number one. Don't sweat it. We'll be all right tomorrow. Yeah, right. We won't. We won't.
Yeah, it's when you say that like that, damn, that is a different perspective now. I see why that show was so popping because we thought, oh, that happened all the time.
But see, my thing is this: is that we as black, we said we good.
The audio is rolling.
Okay.
You good? Because
We got 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to educate it, man. Somebody said Alex got it popping. Somebody fuck with you, Alex.
Yeah, appreciate it. This is so.
How's it muted? I don't have to press the computer. Go ahead.
It's funny how you bringing this up, and I remember watching one of your videos about the curriculum because I'm from Florida, so I say it's always conversations back and forth about what in Florida is always like, should we start knowing our history from slave times or before that, because it's more than that. And now Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, Chastity put that they're gonna be producing a film about Mansa Musa, the richest man in history. And I think it's going to be interesting because kids finna be like, so he a black man that had the bag? I thought we were slaves. You know what I'm saying? I love to get your perspective on that. And how would you, if you could make the decision and say, hey, teach them from Mansa Musa or teach them from slavery? How would you direct?
I've been saying America has oh man, it's gonna be bad. Hollywood has programmed black people to hate themselves. Mm-hmm. Hollywood did that. That's why when we saw black men in the movies in the 80s, they was criminals, rapists. 90s, they was gang members. I didn't have an option other than juice and menace to society to see people that look like me going through life. Maybe the Wood, you know what I'm saying? But they still was around gangsters. They still had to fight the gangster niggas. So Hollywood has made us see ourselves a certain way. And to me, Ryan Coogler is actually pushing back against it. They're playing their game.
We gotta protect them at all costs.
Literally, I don't think people understand how powerful Sinners was. Sinners is about white people trying to take black people's magic and convincing them that you could be like me, live forever, be like us. And we're like, I don't want to be like you, nigga. I don't be no goddamn vampire. I don't want to do all that. That's all Sinners was about. The white man can see, remember the house, you've seen the movie, the house is on fire, and the dude is playing a song, then all of a sudden, here comes his ancestors. You see people from the 80s in the scene, people from the BC days and all this stuff, and it's like, what? I'm confused, and I'm like, oh, only person can see that was the white man. That's why he said, I gotta come find you. You need to be with us, and I'm not leaving without you. So all Ryan Coogler that you see was that they're gonna take our magic if we let them, and the movie is his magic that they couldn't take. God damn it, that nigga's the nigga for that. That's the nigga for that.
So like when you saying that, right, about taking it, what about somebody that say, well, bro, like Hollywood construct, outside of the dope boys, the only people we really seen had a bag was the entertainers. So it's kind of like,
and you have people like Robert Smith, Obi Amile, EddieTheMogul, that shows you that you don't have to be a rapper or entertainer to get rich in this. And that's why what I'm doing is so important. Because if I saw me when I was younger, I would have wanted to be like a me. Gotcha. I didn't see a me. I didn't see a success story. I didn't know what a Ray looked like. I was just trying to figure out how to fucking belong somewhere, because no one told me I was special, but I felt I was, so I had to go figure it out.
Growing up, can you name some successful black people that you saw growing up?
Only drug dealers.
My point, but when you went to the doctor, who was it? Who?
White people.
When you went to...
First time I saw successful black people was when I moved to Atlanta, Georgia.
Right.
And they didn't have to be doctors to have houses.
Right.
That's what black people think. You gotta be a doctor or lawyer. They was working at the railroad and they had houses.
So growing up in New York, right, and this kind of goes into segregation and how the school system works, right? If you go to New York City public schools, 90% of it is African Americans and Latinos and and pretty much people of color. You're not in classes with white people ever. The only time you interact with white people is when you see a police officer, you see a teacher, you see a doctor, or if you have a situation you're dealing with some lawyers or attorneys.
Yep.
And that's New York City, the 5 boroughs. That's the only time you're really involved with white people on a daily basis is in those positions.
And you know why I like Atlanta? Because Atlanta's the only place I know where niggas have made millions and never had to run into somebody that wasn't their color.
But you don't see that. But then you know what also happens?
Okay.
Right? People from the city, they get money, they move out, and they don't ever come back and reach out to those communities.
Agreed.
And so at the end of the day, we need black doctors to come visit the schools, show kids, hey, you can be a black doctor.
We
and
don't
be successful.
like each other.
You can make this what the lifestyle looks like.
We have been taught not to like each other. Listen, bro, I heard this. It said every black person that made it in life, when they finally got to the table, the first thing they was made to feel was, you're different from the others. That's why you're here.
Right. And they don't go back.
They don't go back, and because they feel like, oh, well, I'm different. I can't go back to them. And I'm telling you that is the game that is played. Let me tell you something. I was watching. Last thing I'm gonna say. I was watching the Oscar wins, and there was this movie with the guy Macaulay Culkin's little brother and the guy from the movie, the Facebook movie that played Facebook, the white
Social Network?
Yeah, Social Network, right? So they had a movie that was nominated for an Oscar, and he won. Macaulay Culkin's little brother won. And I remember just like, wow, I want to just go watch it, because what is it about? You know what the movie's about? 2 kids that were fuck ups going to one was a fuck up, one was a good kid, going to honor their Jewish heritage by learning about their history. Like, their grandmother died and said, I'm leaving you my inheritance on the condition that you come back to your homeland, you learn about it, and you complete this. That's what the movie's about. And they don't want to do it, but the guy wants the money. So it's like that. But think about how that programs young Jewish children when they see that movie. Like, learn your heritage. Love your heritage. You got to do it. Even if you don't want to, they make you feel like it's a part of growth.
Right.
Of growing. And I love that. We don't do that because we don't like each other, because we've been programmed not to like each other. And all I'm saying is, here's the reasons why we don't like each other, because we're not growing. It's like we're in the same cycle. How do we break it? Listen, guys, I can tell you, for me, listen, I don't know nobody that was 22 years old with 3 kids trying to, and out here thriving. Like, it's like, bro, just figure out what you're doing with your life first, right, and then go for that. Have a kid when I had my first son, I was 28. Like, nigga, and I had $100,000 in the bank. When my mom and dad had me, I came home in a cab in the projects.
Right.
Nigga, if I didn't wake up and decide to change and look at the difference between my childhood and what I want my life to be, where am I? But every time I bring up a comparison, people fucking hate me. Oh, top comparison. So I don't even want to hear you comparing black women to white women. Why not? Why the fuck not? If white men are doing things that black men should do to implement to make them better, fucking tell me.
Right, let me know.
I want to know.
Give me that download.
I don't care. I don't look at it like, don't tell me they're better than me, because I'm not emotionally attached to anything besides what I want my life to be, not what I thought life was supposed to be. And that's why we so fucked up. So when I'm talking about like, yo, let's wake up, we gotta stop having kids. Here's what white people do. If you are worried about 16 and pregnant, you are never gonna grow, because instead of you growing, you're defending. You didn't even hear my lesson. Yep. See what I'm saying? So for me, like, it's a lot to it, and we're gonna get into it, but like, I just hate that we don't welcome things unless it's delivered to us the way we feel like it should. It's like, sometimes when you poor, you can't afford how the news are coming.
Right.
You poor, nigga. You know, you poor, you worry about how the teacher talking to you. We poor people, we worry about the teacher. It's, great line. What's my movie? Lean on Me. When Joe Clark is in there like, y'all on welfare, and he was like, how you gonna talk to these people about welfare? Cause I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna break the cycle. And he fucking did it. But he had to shake it up. You're gonna piss some people off. You're gonna say, Obi, stop fucking wearing them dirty clothes. Obi might not like that, but when he wears clean clothes, he's gonna get a different response, and Obi goes different places.
Right.
You might not like that I told you your clothes is dirty, but nigga, now your clothes is clean.
Right.
And now you can do something with it, and now your life's different. Period.